Hi everybody, this is Aubree, and today I am in fact going to do the first episode of Q&A, and I'm sorry if I look stressed and look like a mess. If I'm not answering any questions correctly, it's because I'm not thinking straight. So, I apologize. And I'm only going to answer some of the questions, not all of them. So if I skipped one of those questions, I apologize. But anyways, let's get started. What's your favorite place? I liked the Monroeville Mall, um, Johnstown Galleria Mall, Logan Valley Mall, Chambersburg Mall, rest in peace, Chambersburg Mall, and I would, King of Prussia Mall, um, the Toronto Eden Center, the West End Mountain Mall, Ross Park Mall, I would love to go to the King of Prussia Mall someday. And I would also love to go to the American Dream Mall. I would also love to visit the Chuck E. Cheese in Pineville, North Carolina, since this is the only one with the 3-stage left. And yeah, I love going to Chuck E. Cheese too. What else? Los Angeles, New York City, San Diego, San Francisco, Atlanta, Georgia, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Chambersburg, Hagerstown, Washington, D.C., which I went there on vacation back in 2019. So, yeah. What's your favorite movie series? There are some. The Rugrats movie trilogy and the Marvel DC movie trilogies like the Avengers trilogy and the Spider-Man trilogy. I just watched the new Spider-Man movie recently and it's so good. I definitely recommend you guys to watch it in theaters if you haven't yet. It's so good. And like an American Tail movie trilogy, and the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Ooh, there are so many, guys. But these are just some. What's your number one favorite animal? Cats. Cats, cats, cats. I love cats. I'm a cat. I'm a cat person. I have an orange cat named Penny, and her full name's Penelope Pitstop. But you know what? She's so cute as an orange girl. She's rare. I also, for wild animals, I also like tigers, lions, cheetahs, zebras, bears, and polar bears, monkeys, horses. So many. Anyways, what's your favorite TV show? So for cartoons, Ed, Edd and Eddy, the Archie show or any of the Filmation Archie shows. That includes the Sabrina ones as well, like the Sabrina segments in the Archie Comedy Hour, and Sabrina and the Groovy Ghoulies, and Super Witch, which was a split show after the new Archie and Sabrina Hour had low ratings, so it was split into two shows, and one of them was called Super Witch. I also love the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. That also includes Evil Con Continent as well as Grim and Evil, Dexter's Lab, the original Powerpuff Girls, not the 2016 one because it's so bad. And sorry about that. The Pepper Ann, Recess, Rugrats, My Life as a Teenage Robot. Yeah, there are other ones too. Oh, and Tiny Toons, the original Tiny Toons and the original Animaniacs. Whew. For live action TV shows, I would say Designing Women, Dynasty, Married with Children, Full House. Yeah, I like The Big Bang Theory. And Two Broke Girls, Let's Make a Deal, which is a game show. And at times, The Young and the Restless, even though I don't watch it as much as I used to anymore. Goodness gracious. Would you prefer Marvel Studios or DC? I don't exactly know. I love both of them, but Marvel Studios, I would say, because the Spider-Man trilogy and the Adventures trilogy, they're all epic. And for DC, I liked the Batman movie from the 1989. What are your favorite holidays? Christmas, of course, Christmas, because I worship and celebrate Christmas every year, of course. And my other ones include Halloween because I love to dress up, Thanksgiving because I love Thanksgiving food, 4th of July because it's so much fun, and like New Year's Day because, even though I'm getting old, it's good to know, you know, I like seeing the ball drop from New York City. But anyways, what inspired you to be an artist? So, when I was in elementary school, at least in 4th grade, I had a friend in which she wanted to be a singer when she grows up, and I decided to become one as well, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, I did write some songs when I was a kid and try to sing to them, but I didn't become a full songwriter until I was like 11 years old. So yeah, and also when I was a singer, whenever I wanted to be a singer, I used to practice singing. Um, I used to practice singing Michael Jackson and Taylor Swift. Well, Taylor Swift first, then Michael Jackson songs. Every time I'm in my dad's car, it was that was something to do back then. But anyways, who's your favorite actor? Robin Williams is one of my favorites. Rest in peace, Robin Williams. He's so funny, and he's a comedian too. So I loved his movies too, like Good Will Hunting, Good Morning Vietnam, Mrs. Doubtfire, Aladdin, so much more. Um, I also like Lindsay Lohan, Lacey Chabert, and voice actors too, like Gray Delisle, Tara Strong, Tom Kenny, Maurice LaMarche, Janice Judd, Matt Hill, Sam Vincent, Tony Sampson, and Tress MacNeille is a legend. So much more to name, and Jane Webb too. Her voice work actually inspired me to become a voice actor, especially her vocal performance as Veronica Lodge. Even though I was unbearable about it at first when I first discovered the Archie show. But anyways, when you act, how does it feel like when you act? Do you imagine it is real life, or do you have fun? I don't know. That's a good question. When you act, do you imagine it is real life? Yeah, I guess I imagine like it's real life, and I also have fun with it. So like there are characters I want to play, and I just imagine them like in the future, kind of like in the future, and I wanted to be famous. So yeah. What's your favorite 80s fashion trend? Oh, big hair, of course. Big hair. It's not 80s without big hair with vintage Aquanet, but nowadays I use Got to Be Glued or Vavood hairspray. And I also like leg warmers as well, and acid washed jeans, those tapered straight acid washed jeans that are high waisted. I like these, and stirrup pants and harem pants like in the early 90s, and the scrunchies that you would wear in the late 80s, early 90s. I love them. And mall bangs. Yeah. And those wearing Converse, Reebok, LA Gear sneakers too, and slouch socks. Anyways, what is your job or career? I am a actress, singer, and songwriter. I'm also an internet influencer as well. If I'm not doing any of these three. Do you have any pets? Yes, I have. My dad and grandma has them, but my main one is my orange cat, like I mentioned, named Penny. Do you have um favorite restaurant? I love going to McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's. I used to hate Burger King back in the day, but whenever I tried the Whopper for the first time in a long time, I love it now. And the Whop, and I just realized that the quality improved drastically, so now I eat Burger King as well. And then like Panera Bread, Red Robin, Applebee's, local restaurants too. So yeah. What's your favorite character from Oliver and Company? Um, Dodger, of course. Oliver, Jenny. There's a lot of them. I would probably say my number one favorite's Dodger. Favorite. So yeah, I also love Georgette too. And Sykes, the villain from the movie, and a bonus point, the lady in the red beetle during Why Should I Worry. Looks like Johnny in the second movie of Ghostbusters. So yeah, Ghostbusters too. What's your opinion on Spider-Man movies? I love Spider-Man. I loved the Tobey Maguire era, and yeah, I already said about having seen the recent Spider-Man movie. It's so good. Tom Holland is a legend. What's your opinion on Marvel and DC comics? I'm not a fan of these as much, but I like them. Do you like the 80s? Yes, of course I love the 80s. Love their music and fashion and like the things to do in the 80s. My dad is a Gen X, so he was actually a kid in the 80s, so he did grow up in the 80s. What's your opinion on Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I love this movie. I just think this movie was funny and so entertaining. Who is your favorite character out of those Disney movies, whatever? There are a lot. I like Eilonwy from The Black Cauldron and Dodger, Georgette, any character from Oliver and Company, Cinderella from Cinderella, and Ariel from The Little Mermaid. What else? Any of the Recess characters, even though it's technically a TV show, but Recess has 4 movies. And one of them is a theatrical movie called Recess School's Out. So yeah. And I also like Snow White and Yzma from The Emperor's New Groove. She's so funny. And Cruella de Vil and Magnificent, Jafar from Aladdin. Yeah, so many. What's your opinion on Amanda Carteret? I do not like Amanda Carteret because she has done problematic things and she's a woman child. Are you excited about my rant on Amanda Carteret? Ooh, that's so cool. I'll check your video. If you already uploaded one, I'll definitely check it out. What is your favorite Nickelodeon show? Rugrats, SpongeBob, My Life as a Teenage Robot, of course, Doug, Rocko's Modern Life, yeah, and All Grown Up too. Do you have any classic Cartoon Network shows? Yeah, of course. favorite Cartoon Network shows that are classics are uh, Ed, Ed, and Eddie, Dexter's Lab, The Powerpuff Girls, Johnny Bravo, and um, Grim and Evil, Evil Incarnate, and Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Even though even though these three actually came out in the early 2000s, but however, the pilot episode of The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy actually came out in without any notice in 1999, I believe. What made you want to become an actress? So, I had experience with high school musicals. I was in three of them. One of them which I quit, but I still count this as a high school musical I worked on. They were Footloose, Bye Bye Birdie, and Grease. I left during the production of the high school musical Grease. But I wanted to be an actress because I would love to be I wanted to be a voice actor and actress. The Archie shows Veronica, Filmation's incarnation of Veronica with the squeaky voice and the southern accent. That actually inspired me to become a voice actor, and ever since then I've done voice impressions like Dee Dee, Sarah, and Naz from Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Yeah, so much more. What animals are your favorite? I already talked about this. I love cats, tigers, cheetahs, birds, all kinds of stuff. What, let's see. What's your favorite Disney movie? Oliver and Company, of course, is my favorite Disney movie. This movie has been my favorite for a couple years now. So, and I also love The Black Cauldron and The Little Mermaid. And a Goofy movie too. Goofy movie is really good. What's your favorite Disney song? Why Should I Worry? Eye to Eye from a Goofy movie. And A Whole New World from Aladdin. Friend Like Me also from Aladdin. Yeah. Yeah, there are other ones too that I love, like Perfect Isn't Easy and Streets of Gold. Both are from Oliver and Company. What is your favorite Pixar movie? I love Up. It's so good. And The Incredibles. Of course, the Toy Story movie trilogy. And I like Monsters Inc., WALL-E, Elemental, and Inside Out, What is your earliest memory of acting? I remember going to I was originally supposed to go to, so there are actually two auditions for Footloose. The first one I didn't go there because at the time, me and my dad had to pick up a stereo we bought, which was during December 2022, I think. It was an early Christmas present for me, pretty much. I can't remember if it's the Sony one. Is it the Sony one or is it the Sharp one that I have right now? But I have the Sharp stereo sound. I have the Sharp stereo which I got for as an early Christmas present. But yeah, and then there is another audition in January after Christmas break because there were not that much people that auditioned during December. So I finally got a chance to go and I auditioned. I remember an accident that I made. for song we were doing warm-ups all around the circle, I think, with with the music director played the piano and stuff or something like that, or I can't remember. And then um they were asking if you want to be is about it's these were for the ensemble people, so I just left the stage and sit down because I didn't want to be ensemble or didn't want to be a background actor. And then finally I got to audition and sing Could Have Been by Tiffany in a cappella. And then when I was in District 6, yeah, PMEA District 6 choir in Portage area high school, um, the cast list has been announced, and I was crying actually because I got cast as ensemble, and I was not happy that I was not one of the main characters or supporting or featured characters. So yeah, and then and then yeah, that's the end of story. And also, one of the other earliest acting memories, I actually acted in a fan-made anime show called Sweet Sugar Soldiers. I voice acted as uh one of the characters, one of the Sweet Sugar Soldiers. So yeah, I even made a theme song to Sweet Sugar Soldiers on Soundtrap, and the ending theme song, the end credits song too, even though they don't make sense. But anyways, yeah, these are my earliest memories of acting. What's your opinion on Jim Cummings? I actually did in fact meet him back a few years ago at Steel City Con. He was nice. He signed an autograph on the Winnie the Pooh lithograph. Um, but yeah, it was kind of awkward though. I think I said let's get dangerous, which is Darkwing Duck's iconic catchphrase, and he said, I think he said don't do it, or if you're not, you better not do it, or something like that. I can't remember what he said, but it was kind of awkward, but it was still fun. He was a nice person. What's your favorite countries in Europe? I love France, Italy. I would love to go to the United Kingdom someday because God bless the United Kingdom. And I like Germany as well. What's your favorite Toy Story character? I liked Woody and Buzz and Bo Peep and uh Jesse and Bullseye. Yeah. And Sid was so evil and funny. Just, you know, getting old. What's your opinion on Emma Tate? I know her as the voice of Perfect Peter from Horrid Henry and other characters as well. But I really liked her voice acting. She did a really good job as Perfect Peter, even though Perfect Peter is such a pick me because he's literally saying, Mom, Horrid Henry's eating beans, even though that Horrid Henry did nothing wrong. He's so weird. Like, and also he's not perfect at all. What a weird, this is unfair. Like, Perfect Peter, how could you? Yeah, he's annoying. He's pretty annoying, but his voice is cute, and some of his mannerisms are cute, but the problem is, Fort Henry and Perfect Peter's parents, mom and dad, favor Perfect Peter over Fort Henry. Like, Fort Henry didn't even do some of these things wrong. Like, they're bad parents. That's why they are raised like this. Okay, and last question. What's your opinion on Mona Marshall? Oh, Mona Marshall, I really liked Mona Marshall so much. I really liked that she replaced a ton of South Park characters when Mary Kay Bergman passed away. She was she was a ton of South Park characters. She was Sheila Broflovsky, Kyle's mom, Linda Starch, which is Butter's mom, and and some others too. So yeah, Mona Marshall was also the original voice of Penny in Inspector Gadget's in all versions of the Inspector Gadget pilot. Whenever he had a mustache, Inspector Gadget got a mustache right before this it became a series, and his mustache got removed because Deke got a letter from MGM saying that it is too similar to one of those characters named Inspector Clouseau. Just saying, you guys. But anyways, thank you so much for the first episode of Q&A. And I apologize if the way I'm answering those questions are awkward, because I'm not used to recording myself with my face on camera for YouTube videos. I mean, I used to do that back in the day, but not that much anymore. But anyways, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Ask me more fun questions and I'll answer them. Anyways, that's all for now. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more content, if you would like. And this is me signing off. Have a great day!